It's a beautiful topic because this week is Mental Health Awareness Week, and the theme of this week is body image. Body image. So we thought that we should do something around that. We thought we should do something around body image, and looking at it, discussing about it through the week, we've seen that it's a topic to discuss. It's a topic to talk about. It's something that we need to bring out, at least for us to begin to have an idea, talk about it. It's not about anybody's. We're not here to, number one, we're not here to discriminate. We're not here to pass judgment. We're not here to mock or those sort of things. What we are here for, the main reason we're here for, is for us to rub minds together and and talk about body image, my body image versus my mind. That is the topic today. My image versus my mind. How do I see me in my mind? Am I seeing me in the right direction? Am I seeing me in the wrong direction? That is what we're here to talk about. We're not here to talk about, oh, this person is this, oh, that person is that. And please, when you're making your comment and your contribution, you have to bear in mind that it is a sensitive topic when we're talking about body image, and also your comment should be that sensitive. Your comment should be that sensitive. So we're gonna start body image. So thank you everybody for joining. Anastasia from Germany, thank you for joining. Sister Shalom, Linda White, Akpapio, thank you. Akpara Wapano Komo Sunday Yanda, thank you so much. Yeah, we wore this bold step t-shirt just to to bolden our talk on the body image. That's just the reason we decided to wear it. So what is body image? That's what we'll be looking at. And I'm just going to give us a brief definition that I saw in the dictionary, also on different pages, just to put together what the body image is, and then I'll allow Precious Shad to take over. So, body image is a person's perception about himself. How do you look at yourself? How do you perceive yourself? When you stand in the mirror, how do you perceive yourself? What do you see? So, a body image is a person's perception of your beauty or sexual attraction of your own body. That's body image. And how do you see yourself compared to how the society sees you? That's another angle of body image. How do I see myself compared to how society sees me? So when I'm looking at myself, when I'm talking to myself, when I look at my features, my height, my weight, my body, the way I carry how do I see myself compared to how the society sees me? So that is together, that's just a summary of what body image is. And today we are going to look at how this body image and how has it affected our mind, our mindset versus our body image. Has anything, because of the way we think about ourselves, has it affected the way we treat our body? So I'll allow Precious to carry on from there. How my body image versus my mind. What are we talking about here?
Hi, good morning, Dr. Idee. It's always a pleasure, coming on the Health Gospel platform. And I think it's actually quite interesting to bring bold step into this as well because of the nature of the topic that we are talking about. My name is Precious. That's my nickname. My real name is Nkoyo Shadrax. I'm well known as Precious all over on Facebook and all my friends. I'm the founder of Bold Step, a group that I run, which is a motivational platform to encourage people to, stay inspired and love themselves, appreciate the situation you are in and just make the most of life, basically. So thanks, Dr. Idee, for wearing Bold Step t-shirt today. I really appreciate that. What are we talking about today? Body image. Dr. Idee, you have already given a definition of what body image is. Why are we doing this topic? It is Mental Health Awareness Week in the UK. And every year, the Mental Health Foundation, which is a charity organization in UK, they come up with a theme to raise awareness around mental illness. I think in other parts like America, they have a different month that they do it. But you know what? Every opportunity to raise awareness about mental illness or anything associated or could lead to mental illness, it's actually very welcomed. We should be celebrating it. We should be raising awareness, and hence the Health Gospel has chosen to do this today because this week is Mental Health Awareness Week in UK. The focus this year is body image. It's been proven that body image has a lot to do with how we feel about ourselves. It's affected our mental state. It's affected some people's perception of themselves. So it's not just about young people, because it's mainly a lot of young people with hormones and growing up. It can also affect the way they feel about their body. But statistics, which has been conducted by Mental Health Awareness Foundation, has shown that poor mental self-image, affects all ages, and it affects also both men and women. There is no it does not discriminate on who it affects. It affects anybody. It can affect anybody. And what I want to say is, at one point in all our lives, we have looked at ourselves, no matter how bold we are, no matter how bold we are, or how confident we feel. There is a point where we have looked at ourselves and think, I don't look that great. I'm sure at one point there is no one that will excuse themselves that they've never looked at themselves in the mirror and think otherwise. But what are we talking about today? That's why we brought this topic. Mental health. Body image has a lot of impact in our mental health. It can trigger other related mental illness. So things like anxiety, the statistic that has been conducted by the Mental Health Foundation has also shown that people have thought about harming themselves or even harm themselves as a result of how they feel about their body. And also people have also had suicidal thoughts about how they feel about their body. So what is body image? The way you see yourself, the way you look at yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what do you see? That's body image. When you close your eyes and think about yourself, what do you feel? How do you perceive yourself? How do you perceive your body? That is body image. What's on your mind when you think about who you are, when you think about how you look? There is no excusing us on how we feel or how we look, because it's our body, it's ourselves. We can see ourselves all the time. So when you see yourself in the mirror, when you look at how your shape is, body image, we talk about shape, we talk about height, we talk about frame, we talk about weight. It's a whole lot of things and compassed in body image. So raising awareness about this is as important as anything else for us.
So body image is mostly women, though. we are particular about our body, the way we look, the way our shape, our size, and there's this craze about this size 8 and this what do you call it, hourglass shape, and the
Yeah,
size 6'8". There's
it's
this craze.
trending.
Yeah. So today we're not going into those craze. We are going into how does those craze then affect you as a person? How does those things that the society paints as a perfect body, as a perfect, this is the acceptable body, this is what the society wants to see, has that perception affected who you are? Has that perception affected how you treat yourself? Has that perception affected how you've inflicted pains, chemicals on yourself just to look like what the society wants you to look like? So we are going to look at the negative part of how we look at ourselves. Number one, the mind is a very powerful part of our body. The mind controls everything, to be honest. If your mind is not right, everything else shuts down. If you don't have a good mindset, everything else is wrong. Even if you're intelligent, you're going for exam, and you're not going in with a good mindset, you're already failing. You have to go in with a good mindset. You have to go in with a good attitude. So how does looking at myself, looking at the way I look like, how has it affected my mind? So then I begin negatively to treat myself badly. The first thing I want us to look at is when the society wants everybody to be this size, to be acceptable. The society wants everybody to look this way to be acceptable. So you see people doing everything they can to look this way, to have this shape, to have this size. And I'm thinking to myself, and it has become an obsession for some people. They cannot do without putting things in their body, causing it just to be a certain shape. They try everything just to be a certain size and shape to be acceptable. And that aspect for me is wrong. I don't know what you guys think. Yes, I want to love myself, but when I have allowed the societal perception of me to affect who I am, that probably I'm not supposed to be drinking these herbs, I begin to drink it so that I can shrink to be the size that the society, not me, the society accepts. For me, that has become a mental health illness. That has become an illness because I'm not doing it for me. I don't love myself. I'm doing it for the society. I don't know what you think here.
Yeah, I think when you look at body image, you have to there are three things associated to it, or maybe more than three, but three main things associated to it is what you see, is what you believe, and is what you feel. So those three things are why, because we're talking about the mind, the body image, and versus our mind. So when you look at those three things, you can see how does the mind come in here? Because the mind is where the negative and the positive kind of separate themselves or work in together. So the mind controls our thoughts. That's where our thought is. That's where our desire is. That's where we feel something, emotions, and that's where we are conscious of how we look. That's where we believe, because belief as well is an important thing. If I look back, where I come from, in those days, in long many years back, you have to parents have to put their children in what they call fattening room because they want to feed you and make you look a certain way for somebody, not for you. They don't ask your opinion whether you want it or not. So it's about what other people think. How you feel about yourself when it comes to body image is three main things: what you see, what you believe, what you feel. And then how the mind attached to that is our thoughts, the desire we have about ourselves, the emotions, the things we feel, our consciousness of how we look, and the belief system as well. It plays a lot of, it has a lot to play with how we feel about ourselves. So when you talk about the negative side, society plays a huge part as well, controlling how people think. But we can either choose to be controlled or not to be controlled. I know that without a doubt, there are times that things are really out of our hands. Emotionally, we cannot deal with it. And that is really hard to even start to explain. So the media, all you see in the media is portraying this hourglass body. Now you see people shape, the waist is really shrunken and the hips are really large, all these things. It's like, is this how we all have to look like? When you talk about a woman, it's almost like a woman has been objectified. We're an object. You drive past on the streets, the billboards, adverts, it's all a woman who's been put to look so, amazing. That's what the society portrays beauty to be. But we have our mind and we need to make up our mind what we want, what we perceive beauty to be. So negatively, these things can affect the way we feel. This thing can affect the way we think about ourselves. This thing can affect our self-esteem. You can become overconscious about your body, about what you eat. And then this can lead to all sort of unhealthy way of looking after ourselves. So the society plays a big part. You see the business adverts, everyone wants to sell something. When they want to sell it, they have to present it either with a figure that looks really, what they portray to be beautiful. You see in the movie or music videos, before the artists actually do the video, they will go through a rigorous routine to look good for what they perceive to be looking good and present the video. And this is eye-catching. When we talk about negative,
are you saying that it's not good for me to be slim? Come on, I want to be a size 6 or a size 8. Are you saying that? I mean, I'm a doctor, so we want people to be healthy. We want people to slim, to lose weight. So are you saying that I'm not doing good to lose weight? To be a size 6?
Without a doubt, if you ask me, I want to be size 12. That's my ideal weight. That's my ideal weight. That's not where I am now. but I do not allow that to affect the way I feel, because the beauty is not just the outward appearance. Beauty is not just what we can see or the skin color. Beauty is not all about that. You can have all those things and yet you're not beautiful. Beauty, you have to see yourself from the inside of you, what you carry on the inside of you. That's beautiful. Loving yourself, that's beautiful. You have to accept who you are. If we let the negativity or the media, if we allow the media to control the way we feel and the way we see ourselves, then that could really develop in all sorts. I know medically, as a medical doctor, there could be other factors that could affect people to make people feel not love themselves.
Yeah,
however, we're talking about the general body image here.
Why I'm asking is there are some people, maybe they want to go for surgery. Example, they want to go for knee replacement, or they want to go for a big surgery, a big operation. Let me put it that way.
Yes.
They will advise these people, oh, I think you need to lose this certain amount of weight before we can put you under the knife. You need to lose this amount of weight. That is medical, and that is not why we're here. That is something that is needed for your own good. That is something that you want to do for me, for myself. I think that what we are here for is because there is a thin line between these two things. What you want for yourself, as you say, loving yourself, loving who you are, doesn't mean that loving yourself can translate into I want to be healthy for myself. I want to lose weight for myself, not because of what society wants me to do. And that is where my stand is. I'm not losing weight for you. I'm not losing weight to look like you, because so many people spend their time trying to look like someone else. So many people spend their energy, their time trying to make their face to look like this person, pointed nose because Sharita or whatever, what is this woman musician? I can't remember her name, because she has pointed nose, because she has this type of shape. If people spend their time and energy to look like that person, and that for me is not right. We have to do us, do me, because when God created us, He created us differently. So the most important thing, I think Shalom has said it here, is living for yourself, loving yourself. If you want to lose weight, it is for yourself. You have your own target, not the target of someone else, and you do you because you love yourself. I want to look healthy. I want to be happy. But when you think that because you be a size 6, the society will accept you, because you become a size 8, you can fit in, then you have no self-esteem. Then you do not love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you will believe that I am who I am. Whether you like me or not, this is me. I love me. Because life is short. So I don't know what you guys think. I'm going to allow Precious to carry on from there. So where do we draw the line? Because you know that I see people who are like size 4. They are still losing weight.
Yes.
What do you say about that?
I think if you want to
say, I need to read from you guys.
If you want to look like somebody else, you need to also think about the fact that that person might also want to look like somebody else. That person might not actually love the way they look too. So it's about you thinking about you for once. How your body affects the way you feel. It's important, because having all these looking at other people, I know media does not really help, but we still have to survive, because the media is not going anywhere. If at all, it's going to keep progressing, whether negatively or positively. So it's not going anywhere. So we have to consider the fact that it's not just when you talk about food. Let me talk about food. When you talk about food, because food is a big thing when it comes to our body. We look at the things we eat. We look at, some of us really love food. Like me, I love food. I love eating. I love nice food, tasty food. I'll spend a lot of time in the kitchen making something delicious, and I'll sit down and enjoy it too. I'm not even saying we should not look healthy. We should not think about our health. Health, they say health is wealth. We have to really think about our health. We have to really think about what we put in our body. That is absolutely important. But we're talking about, you have to look at the beauty you're looking for. It's not just the outward beauty. When you talk about food, you eating physical food, you also need to look at the mind food. What are you feeding your mind with? You're feeding your mind with nice, glamorous magazine, looking and wanting to be like Pamela Anderson, maybe, for example. And you're striving for it, and you keep going. And when you keep going, you end up with being so body conscious and even over conscious of the body that it can lead to you being anxious about yourself. It could translate into depression as well. You become obsessed about your body. OCD kicks in, obsessive compulsive disorder, and then addiction kicks in. So a lot of things can be associated to this, and you keep going. No matter what, you don't get satisfied with your body. You need to accept who you are first. Be happy with who you are. Love yourself. Love yourself. Because when we allow the negative thinking about ourselves to take over ourselves, it just can mess us up big time. The way we eat, when you want to eat, think about also the emotional, the mindset, the mind food that you feed yourself with. So I'm not talking about us not eating healthy, not living healthy, because sometimes I need to lose weight because this weight, the knee cannot carry it. You understand? The knee might not be able to carry it for too long. I might start having knee problems. When you think about your health, yes, okay, you associate that. I want to do it for myself. So I want to live healthy. I want to live long. But if you allow it to be controlled by the society, by what other people perceive you to be, you look at yourself in the mirror, I want to look like somebody else. That is what we're talking about. And also the way the media objectify women. Women are like an object. But now it's not just women, because the crazy things I'm seeing about men now, there are wigs. They can't even talk about us anymore. There are many wigs that men are wearing. Okay.
Kaya said, when women decide to want to fit into other people's skin, then there is an underlying issue, self-esteem being one. I agree completely with that, because you are you. Your fingerprint is yours, no one else. Your identity is yours. When I begin to look at somebody else, and I'm living my life every day, maybe I change the way I talk, I change the way I move, I want to look the size of that person, you have got issues with your self-esteem.
Yes.
That is one. And Lion said again, I say, when you try to embrace other people's look, yeah, you said that before. Someone says beauty, they say, is in the eyes of the beholder.
Yes.
How you see yourself personally all depends on you and not on the other person or the society. We should always take control of ourselves and not living for others. When we begin to do that, we are living for others. That's not the way it should be. Do not live your life for other people. Live your life for you. Be happy about yourself. Don't want to be other person. That is the main reason we are here.
Yeah.
Because it has led to depression, it has led to stress, it has led to anxiety. Many people are not happy in their skin. They are not happy. They can't go out without trying to look like this. You are punishing yourself. You've got to, first of all, love yourself. Then you are going to be doing things to be healthy for yourself. You're not doing things because the society wants you to do it. And another part I want to bring out is these cosmetic companies. These cosmetic companies, they do what is called mind conditioning. They condition your mind. And I'm going to say that about our skin. So we are going to move on to our skin, especially the black women. Their skin, they have low esteem about their skin. They don't love their black skin. And I'm saying it now out in public that the black skin is the best skin in the world. The black skin, quote me anywhere, is the best skin in the world. In your black skin, somebody will be asking you, are you 25? When you say I'm 45, then I've
heard that so many times.
45, no wrinkle. 45, nothing on no freckles. That is the black skin. Black skin is beautiful. Why do you not feel comfortable in your skin? Because the cosmetic society, the companies are conditioning your mind. They are conditioning your mind. They are teaching you, and they are showing you this advert of a woman whose skin is velvety. They show you it rose on the screen, and you begin to imagine, oh, look at this, my dark skin. Why am I like this? Oh, I'm going to, oh, and you begin to buy chemicals. Chemicals. You start to bleach. Do you know what it takes for your skin to start to change to another color? That is the worst abuse you can do to yourself. That's the worst abuse you can do to yourself. Changing your skin color to look like another person. God made you in his image, beautiful, wonderful. You want to change it because the cosmetic company, they want to sell their products. So they want you to bleach. How many Africans these days I see, all of them want to be white skin. Please, Precious, what's going on?
My dear, everybody is white anyway already at the moment. Most people are. We've transformed our skin. There is nothing wrong if it makes you feel good about yourself. If that's what you want for yourself and makes you happy, just don't do it because you're doing it for someone else. But you know the damage that it causes to the skin cancer, it can lead to that. It can lead to all other conditions. Some people are allergic to some of the chemicals in there, and some of those chemicals are actually toxic to the body. So we need to think about what we put on this, our beautiful skin that we already have. Look, I like the word melanin popping. I've been hearing that word a lot. Melanin popping. You know, you need to love yourself, love your hair. Look, I come out with my afro kinky hair. I love it. I love the way I look. You know, you need to appreciate who you are. Just say nobody looks like me. No matter how hard you try to look like someone else, you will never look like that person. You have to love who you are. Love yourself. Love and appreciate yourself. It's absolutely important because especially we have children. We're raising children. What sort of conversation do you have about your body at home? What sort of conversation? Because already the youth, the young people already have a lot of challenges in their hands. They have peer pressure to face, and then they come home. We're talking about the cream that we're going to use and the cream that is making us fading our cat. You know, the cat. What's it called, doctor?
Melanin.
The skin of the pigment of our skin. Yeah. You know. Think about the conversation that we have at home. The young people are also watching. They learn from what they see. You know, they learn from what they see. If you love what you do about your body, we started this by saying we're not here to criticize anybody. As long as you love what you're doing and you're doing it for yourself, not because you want to look like your friend or not because you want to look like somebody else, because you don't even know what that person is going through. So I always say when somebody says, oh, when I grow up, I want to be like you, I say, God forbid, please don't try and be like me because you don't even know me. You don't even know what I've been through in life because you don't even know whether you will survive what I've survived in life. So don't try and be like me. You have to be yourself. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Society will not go away. We've seen a lot of things progress over the years. Like I mentioned earlier on, where I come from Cross River State, Calabar, the ethics, when in those days you have to, the parent who put you or your grandparent put you in fattening room, feed you. Do you believe that I was put in fattening room? I was skinny like this. You could break me into two. I was put in fattening room. I used to hide the food in nylon bag and I'll throw it away at night because I could not force myself to eat more. It's like they force feed you, basically, because they want you to be plumpy and look good, especially because they say you're coming of age and all that. So the society has, with a lot of change over the years, but now it's changing to other things. So society will always be there. So dealing with our mind is very important. My body image versus my mind. What do you feed your mind with? Just like you feed your body with physical food, think about the images you feed your mind with. Think about the thoughts that you have. Think about the things you read. Think about these things. They do affect the way we view ourselves. They do affect the way we see ourselves. Let me talk about affirmation. Sometimes we affirm words, positive words, isn't it? I am beautiful. We say all these things to ourselves. I am enough. We say all these things about ourselves. And affirming words are really, really good. They can feed your mind and change your mind and make you feel good about yourself. But if you're affirming negative words about yourself, I don't look good, I'm not this, I'm not that, you're also feeding your mind too. You need to think about that. You're also feeding your mind negatively.
I think if I go through this comment, because I want us to interact. If you don't, Liar says, if you don't love yourself, others cannot love you, which is the truth. You have to start by
Mm.
loving yourself. Because of the picture you have shown them, then abuse is inevitable, and that cross boundaries. I don't want to go into that. That crosses boundaries even to marriage. If you don't love yourself, some other person can't come and love you, because you've got to start by loving yourself. Mabla says self-esteem is how you value and respect yourself as a person, and that's what we are saying. It crosses everything through your body, your mind. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as ugly? Do you see yourself as beautiful? Beauty is in the eye of the behold. You are the beholder. You carry your, there's a way you carry yourself. One day I was dressing, I was going for an occasion, and I was like, oh my god, I need to, this dress is too tight. And somebody said to me, if you go to that place, you will see people with tighter dresses, and the way they will be walking, you won't even notice their stomach. So stop complaining. It's just in your head. So I went to this place because of they put that in my mind. I was watching. I said, let me see. If you see these ladies, the way they carry themselves with their,
Yes.
oh my goodness. I said, oh, I'm going to, it's all in my head. It's all in
Yes.
my head. Because you're beautiful is you, it's not me. I don't care what you say, that's me. I carry myself, I walk my neck high up, and that's me
Yeah.
going. That is the mind we are talking about. And let that mind control what you do. Because if you let your mind begin feeding them with negativity, allowing those negative things to feed your mind, you will never be happy with yourself. You will see yourself as ugly. You will see, because so anybody that comes to you and says, oh, you're beautiful, you feel like dying. Hey, me beautiful. Hey, you want to die. You want to really just grab the best. No, you have to first. If somebody comes and say you're beautiful, you say, I know. I know, I already know that. So it's all in the mind. It's what you feed yourself that
Mm.
matters. It's not what
Yes.
society wants you to be. And Amma says something here, which Amma Shalango, I said, where did all this low self-esteem come from? Probably from upbringing. Maybe when we were growing up, no one told us to love ourselves, which is true. So we
Mm.
need to educate our kids and create some kind of love yourself awareness. I love that.
Thank you.
Love that.
Amazing.
I love that.
Yes,
What do you
that's
think?
beautiful. And to be honest, she has a lot of, she has a point. I wondered how many of us at our age, especially us in the 40s, people in the 50s, how many of us that our parents sat us down and actually say, you look amazing, you look
No.
beautiful. I think if we think back, most of us we've never had that. So now we can with the knowledge that we have now, we can impact our youth, we can impact our children. We can tell them that you look at the young people from age 13. They want to do weight lifts. They want to have six pack. What does a 13-year-old want six pack for? We're so body conscious, and that's very much to do with what they see and what they talk about and what they see as to be beautiful. The six pack is gorgeous. Six pack, of course, nobody says it's not, but is that all about the beauty? That's not all about beauty. If you're looking good for yourself, for your health, looking good for yourself to make you feel happy about who you are, not to translate to what other people will say or what other people will think. It's absolutely important we look at that as well.
Okay, I want to say something here, which I've noticed. All these plastics, plastic breast, plastic buttocks. It's okay if that's what you want. It's okay. That's what we say. We're not here to judge, but there's so much going on. People even go to inject gas into their body to float it up, and people have died in the process. And I'm saying, if that is what you want, if that's what makes you happy, that's fine. But if you're doing it for society, my point is think again. Think again. Are you doing it for society? Or are you doing it just to be happy? Sometimes I stay in this my house, say, I'm just doing this to make myself happy. It's just for me to be happy. Okay, I want to make my hair. Don't my hair doesn't look good. If I do this color of hair, I'm making myself happy, not because I saw somebody doing it, not because I want to look like somebody. And this is what we are talking about: my body image versus my mind. Your mind should control your what you perceive of yourself, and that mind should be positive, not negative. Because when you allow the negativity, all the media hypes, all the stars, movie stars, music stars, you see everybody is slim. You are looking at yourself and saying, how did I even come to this world like this?
Yeah.
Everybody is size 6. Why am I like this? You don't want to eat anymore. You want to stay in the gym throughout the day. You just feel that you are not good enough. And that aspect for me is wrong. It's wrong. You need to be healthy for you and not for
Yes.
the society. And that is our message. Your body image versus your mindset. I don't
Yes.
know about these gases people put in your body. They put all sorts, especially our women. I know men have issues, but this thing is mostly with the women. And my word today, we're saying, love yourself. Love yourself to a point that, yes, I want to lose some weight for myself.
Mm.
I want to be happy for myself. I want to make my hair for myself. Begin to love yourself, be proud of yourself, carry yourself with respect. That is the image you should put in your head. Carry yourself with respect, carry yourself with, how do you poise? Is it poise? Yeah,
Mm.
carry yourself with poise.
Yeah.
Carry yourself anywhere. See, people will not even look at whether you're size 50. When the way you just come in like this, people will look at a beautiful woman, a
Yes.
beautiful African woman. What is this? The Caucasians are trying to be black. The blacks are trying to be white. Do you not see the confusion?
There's confusion in the land. There is confusion in the land. I mean, I saw the video of a lady who has changed her skin. She initially wanted to look like Pamela Anderson. She tried her best and she managed to achieve some of those. And then after that, she wanted to really have the Barbie look. And she went ahead and do as much as she could to look like Barbie and even exceeded Barbie. Can you believe that? She exceeded Barbie because she had a bigger, you know what I mean. And then after she's done that, she decided, I think I could do it looking like a black woman. And she started having chemicals that change her color of skin. And she achieved that too. I don't know what next, to be honest, because she has achieved that one. She probably will move on. But you know, this thing become addiction. This is what we're talking about. It start affecting us in certain ways. It becomes addiction, and we keep moving. We keep moving. And when I watched that video, there were a lot of audience in the black audience that were really screaming. And one of the questions that was asked by the presenter asked, don't you think that how you're changing your body, you're offending the black people? And the black audience were screaming, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm wondering, for real? You've been changing. A lot of people on the streets in South Africa, in Nigeria, they've been changing their skin since 1900, trying to look like a Caucasian woman. And are the Caucasian upset about it? Are they offended by it? It's not that. We need to think about it. How does our body image affect the way we think about ourselves? And we need to think about what we feed our mind with, because one thing keeps leading to another. When you start on a low grade, I don't look good, I look ugly, I'm not beautiful. When you look at that on a low grade, it start moving on to you're conscious of your body. I'm over conscious of what I wear. I'm over conscious of how people look at me. Maybe I start becoming paranoid when I go out. Oh, that one is looking at me. Maybe it's because of what I wear. Oh, maybe because it's how I look. And then it can progress to anxiety. We start getting really anxious. This thing can progress, even lead to depression. And then we start doing routines. Obsessive compulsive disorder kicks in. So you see the trend, it can just keep increasing and leading to all sorts of things. And then we have young people we are looking after. We have a duty of care to make sure that we feed them with the right things. We feed them with the right food for the mind, not just physical food. Give them banana, it makes them strong. You know, that advert we used to watch in those days where you open a tin of peas and you eat and you become macho. All those things we eat physical food, but also what is the food that you're feeding your mind? My body image versus my mind. What are you feeding your mind?
Reading through the comments, everybody's saying one thing, which is love yourself.
Mm.
Love yourself first. Look after you, not others, not what the society says about you. Because especially as parents, like what Choma says here, love of self comes from how our background and childhood experiences have shaped us, which is true.
Mm,
So the focus in changing how we view ourselves lie in early experiences that shape us, not to parents. If I go by that, I was completely down because when you're growing up, even to speak, they won't let you come on, shut. They won't let you, so many things. You won't even feel that you're good enough, you're beautiful. But I think as you're growing up, as you learn, as you develop yourself, as you mature, those things, even if they were not there, you can teach yourself. You can talk to yourself. You can change the way you look at yourself. You can work on those things that your parents didn't give you. I look at it as if they didn't know. If they knew, they would give it to me. They would teach me.
mhm.
If they knew better, they would teach me, because you're teaching children to say, look, you are beautiful the way you are. You are okay. But if somebody is for health reason, look, we need to lose some weight for our health. For our knee, we need to do some exercises to keep
Yes.
our healthy lifestyle. But I'm not doing it because I want to go for some wedding or some conference. Everybody has to look like this. That is
Mm,
now where pressure comes on my mind,
yes.
and I begin to look at myself negatively, that I'm not good enough to attend that program the way I am. So
Mhm.
I have to change me. That is where the problem is. That is where I think that we need to work on our young, because I've seen young people doing Botox. The Botox, they call it, they put Botox to blow up. This is the running thing now. Full lips, contour this, a pointed nose, and a
Cheekbone, yeah.
cheekbone. So
And
they
the
put
waistline.
Botox to have full lips. Young children,
Mm,
18 years. How long will you continue to put this Botox all your life? You see people with their face, they can't even smile because of that. If that makes them happy, that's fine. What I'm trying to say, trying to imitate other people will end up making you more sad, more
mm,
depressed, more low self-esteem. It will not give you who, it will not make you satisfied. So
yeah.
why don't you work on yourself and be satisfied about yourself? If you need to do
Yes.
anything for yourself, for your own good, that will make you more happy. That I'm losing this weight for me. I
Mm,
feel better. I feel happier. I have more energy. That is for me.
mm.
But if you're doing it for society, you have to keep on, because society will never, never be satisfied with you.
It's moving on all the time. Yes.
Your
Society won't
happiness will
stop.
come out. You have to keep on. This
It's,
is
it's
what
just
I
like
think.
having it's just like having a phone. Today I last was it last year I got a phone, and the next within 6 months a new brand come out of the same phone. I was like, what is going on? I'm not gonna even be moved by this. I'm keeping my phone. You society will not stop changing. Advertisement will not stop. Business people want to make money. Even some of us in this platform, if we have opportunity to make the money that some of these business people in business are, we will probably do the same. So business is not going to stop flourishing. The society will not stop progressing. Media are not giving up. They will keep doing it, because this is the world that we live in. So we need to deal with ourselves. We need to deal with our mind and tell myself, I'm not moved because of this. I'm not moved because of that. This is who I am. I am beautiful beyond even. I wrote on Bolstead page a few days ago. I said, you are original. Don't try to copy someone. That person you're trying to copy could just be packaging, like what the slang they use in Nigeria, packaging. That person might just have packaged themselves together. If they get home in the evening, they take all the packaging off. If you see what is left, you will be like, wow. So why try to be someone else when you can be yourself? You are yourself. You are enough. You are original. Nobody can be you. Nobody can be Precious Shad. Nobody can be Dr. Idee, no matter how the person tries. So why not be yourself? Why not love who you are? Why not accept you the way you are? Why do we compare ourselves? Compare and contrast. This thing is causing a lot of chaos. We keep comparing and wanting to outdo the other person or do better than the other person. We need to love who we are, appreciate ourselves, appreciate your body. When you close your eye, you imagine a beautiful woman sitting there. You're beautiful. Precious, you're beautiful. No matter, it doesn't matter what anybody says, I'm beautiful. We need to do this to encourage our young people. Young people go into, schools. You see, they get bullied and, they get abused. They get bullied to the point of, doing very drastic things
And
to
it
end the pain.
comes with what you're saying, lack of loving themselves. I saw a young lady. I saw a young lady who has been harming herself. She's been harming herself. She cut herself. And when I went to see her, I saw a very beautiful young girl. Beautiful, beautiful young girl. And I said, and her skin was so beautiful. I said, why are you doing this to your beautiful skin? She looked at me and said, beautiful? I'm not beautiful. I'm very ugly. I'm very ugly. I said, who said that? Who told you that? You're a beautiful girl. You are so beautiful. You shouldn't be doing this to yourself. Oh, nobody tells me I'm beautiful. Everybody says I'm ugly. Everybody's, and it all when you look at her, this is exactly what we're saying. Is in the mind.
Yes.
It's in the mind. In her mind, she's ugly. But you looking at her, she's even what you desire to be. But she's being bullied, she's being battered, she has started self-harming because in her mind she's ugly. In her mind she has low self, she doesn't believe anything good about herself. And it cuts across women. I'll read some comments here. Elizabeth Arid says, love you. It's all about complexity. We just need to love ourselves as God loves us. Elizabeth Aina says, this is an amazing topic. Many of our women are on this table. Our ladies need to hear this. In fact, you can never be happy being someone else. Never, never. Can't. You can't be happy being someone else. Mary says the only reason for any woman losing weight is for her health and self. Finish. That's for me. If I want to lose weight, it's for my health and myself. If you're doing anything because of somebody else, that's why we're on this table. Love who you are. Love yourself. Love your nose. If it is flat, put it out there. I have a flat nose and I love it. I have a big eyes and I love it. My lips are full and I love it. When you start loving it, it becomes love. It becomes beautiful. Am I lying?
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody says somebody said to somebody, look at you, how fat you are. He said, I know. I weighed myself this morning. I know. Yes. I weighed myself this morning. What else are you going to say to such a person? You have nothing else to say. The person is okay. Leave her alone. If she wants to lose weight, she will decide to do it. She will look at the health benefits and do it.
Yes.
Elizabeth, is not what we buy, wear, or what we look like that defines how we feel on the inside. People need to undertake that the external investment will only affect the external, but our internal mind can only be healthy when we have invested in what's internal.
Absolutely.
That's what she's told by everyone. She's ugly, and it's all in her mind that she's ugly. She begins to harm that ugly self. Why are you ugly? Why are you like this?
I think, Dr. Idee, yes, that's what everybody tells you, that you are ugly. But that person's opinion should not define who you are. You need to think about, what do you think about yourself? It's not about anybody's opinion, because let me tell you, you put yourself out there, a lot of people have opinions. You will have, especially on social media, you post a picture, you will see a lot of people will say, whether you're beautiful and this, everybody have their opinion. And sometimes people just say that because they want to tell you what they want you to hear. You know what? Everybody will have opinion, but it's not about the opinion, it's about you. What opinion of you do you hold about yourself? Because we accept everybody else's opinion and then we discredit our own self.
Yeah.
So this is where we are going. Yeah. Your mind, your thoughts, your desire, your emotions, your consciousness about you, your belief, your feeling about your body. How is it affecting your mind? You need to think about restructuring your mind. Love the person you are. Yeah. Love yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror. Love it. Love it. Love it with everything you have. If you don't love yourself, trust me, it's hard for you to love someone else anyway. And also it's hard for somebody else to love you. You are beautiful inside, beautiful outside. It doesn't matter how you look. That's the way God made you. If you have to lose weight for a reason, let it be for health. Let it be for you, to make you even happier. Not because everybody else is doing it and everybody else look like that. When we start thinking that way, it will help our mindset to deal with our body image.
So the mind controls us. The mind controls.
You can never separate the mind from your body.
At all.
It's impossible.
We have to begin to feed our mind positively.
Yes. We have to feed our mind
about yourself. You can't tell me that there's nothing beautiful about you. You can't tell me that there's nothing beautiful about you. Make it profound. Make it conspicuous. Let that thing, in short, flaunt it. Let people see you're beautiful. Not because of, oh, I'm not tall, I'm short, I'm high, I'm low, I'm big, I'm small. What does that even mean? Just love you. How long do we have on this earth? The most important thing is beauty is not really this outside. Beauty is deeper than that. That you are fulfilling the purpose God called you to do on this earth. You are you're standing in your place and doing you is beautiful. People, yes, it's beautiful. I use what's her name? That lady that was Minister of Finance. What's her name?
Oh, guys, drop a name.
That lady that was Minister of Finance. Anyway, she's in African attire. You know, even the Okonjo Iweala. She's everywhere. She's international, but the way she carries herself, she's beautiful. That's an African beauty. Why do we in Africa? God gave us a big belt. Anyway, God made us Africans. You know, we have a big belt. Even if you want to lose weight, you can't be like some people are just built to be size 6, size 8. You that was size 18, you want to become size 4. It's okay if that's what you want. It's okay. But love yourself first. Carry yourself. Okonjo Iweala, yeah, that's the woman. The way she carries, I love it. I love the way she carries herself. I love the way she's beautiful. For me, I look at her, she's a typical African beauty. And she's not a size 6, is she? She's not. I love when people and she's doing her thing. She's in her elements every time. You call her, question her, she's there, she gives it to you. It's up here. You can't. Yeah. Some people you see. I don't want to go in, so I don't want to. We say we are not judging. You see, yes, the beauty contest, whatever they call the competition. They come and stand with everything head to toe, babby. They come and stand. You ask them one question, nothing is answering. No answer.
Yes, that's why I said the person you want to look like could just be pure packaging. When they take off the hair, they take off the nail, they take off the lashes, they take off the boobs, they take off the bum, and you know what is left? Somebody help me out. What's left? You know? So that person you're trying to portray might look that beautiful, but on the inside they're not. You know, so you need to know that you yourself, you are original. I can't say it enough. See yourself as you are beautiful. Believe in yourself that you are beautiful. Let that feeling comes of love to self, love to yourself. If there is nothing wrong with loving yourself, there is nothing wrong with that. It's absolutely perfectly acceptable for you to love who you are. Just don't compare. Don't compare you with someone else because you don't even know how. People can only show you what they want you to see on the surface. On the inside, if you scratch the surface, you will see things and you hold yourself and say, wow.
Thank you so much. We're going to end. Yeah. We're going to end. I think it was just a beautiful time of sharing and rubbing minds together. And I think the message across the whole 1 hour is loving yourself, being who you are. And somebody said here, if you want to lose weight, let it be for yourself and for health reasons.
Yes.
For yourself and for health reasons. Yes, people do roles in the movie, the roles, and that role is in that role you have to be fat or you have to be slim. That's okay because that's the role you're supposed to play, isn't it? So that's okay. We're not here to go into all those complications and intricacies. But generally, as human beings that God created, He said when He looked at us, He said He looked at everything He created and it was beautiful. It was perfect. I'm telling you, you are perfect. Some people hearing me now, you are waiting to go under the knife. Think about it. Do I really want to go under the knife for myself? Is it for my health? Or am I going under the knife because my 50th birthday is coming? I want to, when I go out there and just so people can see, is that people can see, society can see? Are you doing it for yourself? Think about it. Is your mind been taken over by negativity, by society? Is that who you are? Is that what you want to be? If it is, that's fine. But our message today is let your mind be filled with so much positive things. Love yourself. Stand in the mirror. Love what you see. If you don't love what you see and you want to change, maybe you want to lose some weight, do it. It's all for yourself. That is the message today. Love yourself. Thank you so much.
Yes. Can I just add something there? When we think about the way people have allowed society to drive them to do a lot of things to their body. Our body is very fragile. Some of the chemicals we are putting in it is damaging. Some of the cream we rub on our skin can damage our liver, can affect us in a way that is so detrimental to our physical health. Some of the things people pump into their bum, to their breast, can cause damage, health problems for them. If you cannot take your car to the petrol station and they say the car is for diesel, you need to put petrol, not diesel. If you go there and put diesel, it could knock your engine. So if we can treat our car with so much love and we decide to treat ourselves with so much hate, love yourself, appreciate yourself, who you are. Don't just put anything in this body. Don't just put it because you say, if I drink it, it will help me to burn fat inside. Do you know what you're drinking? Do you know what you're drinking? You have to make sure if you're doing it for yourself, for your health, for health reason, you're doing the right thing. We're not rubbing dangerous chemicals to our skin that could cause skin cancer. Who wants to give themselves an illness? I don't think anybody does, but we are unconsciously doing it. I'm talking to myself too. So don't think that I'm just talking to the audience. I'm talking to myself too. Let's love this body. Let's love and appreciate ourselves. Look at yourself in the mirror and say, precious, you're beautiful. And I want to take home from me to you. A take home from me to you is that food is not just physical. Food is also what you feed your mind. So that's where I'll leave. Be healthy, be happy, be beautiful. It's not just about the skin tone. It's not about the frame alone. It's not about the macho-ness. It's not all about that. There is more to beauty than just our physical appearance.
Be beautiful, be healthy, be you. That's it. Be beautiful, be healthy, be you. Do you love yourself? That's the message. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
And so much, so much message. Daniel says, parents, parents, parents. How many times did I call you? This is your first calling. You compliment towards your children is vital. And remember, the parents are the Facebook children learn. That's very true. And our sister Doris said, don't worry, whatever size you are, I'm here to make nice clothes for you.
Thank you, Sister Doris.
Thank you so much, everyone. Take care.
Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Enjoy your lives and love yourself. Bye for now.
Be beautiful, love yourself.